may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah. You're a lot bigger than Amber, correct? Physically.
I wouldn't say that.
You agree with me? Stand up.
My dog stepped on a bee. My bee stepped on a dog. My dog stepped on a dog. My bee stepped on a bee. My dog and my bee stepped on my.
Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay.
I was drinking.
You were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
Ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one.
The old vintage motherfucker you went for, dumbass. Did I read that right?
I was signing off as dumbass.
And that was a document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yeah.
That is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
This is a document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes.
And that was a document you signed in August of 2016. Correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? Yes,
Yeah. You carried cocaine in that box?
No, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine. I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much.
That right.
You did.
Did I read that correctly?
You did.
Okay. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
Objection calls for hearsay.
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. Had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Hearsay.
Let's move beyond the conversation that Kevin Murphy had with Mr.
Said, yes, they had. Okay. It appears that Ms. Heard had told
Hearsay, Your Honor.
she would like for him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
I'm not just sure if offered for the truth of the matter asserted.
He got it.
Okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning. Ms. Heard, that
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
All right.
disturbing. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers. I can read it out of someone's article, but not from the man's mouth. He was.
Your Honor, hearsay.
I haven't finished my sentence. How do you know?
I'll overrule for the moment. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Should I? Thank you.
Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his
Objection.
pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember.
Relevance.
Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct? You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his...
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Okay, you said he sustained an injury to his...
All right, now we've seen Mr. Depp during this trial doodling and eating candy. What, if any, evidence would that suggest that he has narcissistic traits?
Objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Now, you...
Right, Miss Heard? I could never hurt Johnny.
You hit Mr. Depp, right?
Yes, I did.
Pedal my way back. Sorry. I can't hear you.
Aquaman!
Some things can
He's talking about limitations in evidence in the English.
Your Honor, he's talking about his experience testifying. Overruled.
He'll be okay.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right?
That's correct, sir.
Did I read that right?
You did.
And you don't know if it's actually human beings doing these searches, correct?
As opposed
to bots or something like that.
I did not do an analysis to.
But you don't know if it's humans, bots, my cat doing the searches, correct?
Your future is on display. Best of luck.
Best if luck.
Thank you for the correction. Best if luck.
You're welcome.
And thank
When you showed it the first time, you went like this, right? And then the next time when you said you did the kisses, you went like this. What's your typical way of kissing women when you greet them or say goodbye?
I'm not understanding any of what you just did.
Okay, you know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
it? I can ask that question.
Overruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in a target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
As I'm walking away, I walk away from him. My back is turned to him, and I feel this boot. He just kicked me in the back. And I lose my balance. At this point, we're sitting next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up on this carpet, why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before.
Paul Bettany's a good friend that you've done drugs with, right?
That's a strange question. Where's he gone?
Reflecting a different time than when they were actually sent.
Objection, foundation calls for speculation.
You agree with that, right?
I also stand the objection.
Okay. Right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. You sustained an injury. Did I read that correctly?
You did. Who's Alison Boshoff?
Mr. Depp, you
Oh,
a
it
single
won't answer that, I see.
other.
October is 2 months before December. That's correct.
If Disney came to you with $300 million and 1 million alpacas, sometimes drink whiskey in the mornings too, right?
Isn't happy hour anytime?
Let's pull up Exhibit 500, please.
500?
500, Defense Exhibit 500.
Yes, I'd like to see who I lied to.
It's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is
You'd like it to be, sir. Nothing simple in this case. Here's a photograph of the bed, our bed. And on my side of the bed, was human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there.
an article entitled, "Where Did It All Go Wrong for Johnny Depp?" After a string of flops and a ton of bad press, Johnny Depp's star power looks as wobbly as Jack Sparrow on a plank. Did I read that right?
You read that very, very well.